A few weeks ago, I stopped drinking and my life started changing. And I was feeling better. I was feeling more present. And I was proud of the progress that I was making. And then I drank again. My name is Braden. I'm a dad who got comfortable, let some things slide, and ended up further away from the person I wanted to be. Now I'm rebuilding my health, my habits, my life. And I want you to be a part of the journey. I'm making this video because that experience taught me something about addiction, discipline, and rebuilding myself. Drinking again wasn't as amazing as my brain made it out to be. It ended up being a disappointment because I was expecting something that never really even existed. It's like your brain remembers all the good things about what you experience and forgets all the bad stuff, or like covers it up. And so when I had stopped drinking for, it was a little over almost 2 months, and it just wasn't what I expected, but unfortunately it was kind of what I remembered. When I started drinking, it was pretty unsatisfying, and then I ended up having too much, and then it was unsatisfying again because then I started feeling sick. But the next day was the real cost. The next day I woke up feeling mainly disappointed in myself because I broke that streak that I had built over a few weeks. And it was kind of frustrating. The anxiety is so bad. I used to think that I was just a anxious person, but I've come to learn that just because I was drinking every single day, it reset the clock on the anxiety every single day. And so then I was anxious every single day. It really put it in perspective how I felt between these last times that I've drank in these few weeks. How gradually I just started feeling better, but it was so gradual, getting all the alcohol out of my system and getting through the withdrawals. Like, I had minor withdrawals, but getting through all of that and then immediately going right back into it. You could really get a side-by-side comparison of how shitty it makes you feel. I think more than anything, it was just amplifying all the stress that I had in my life already. All of those were important realizations, but I would say probably the most important realization that I gathered from this whole, I don't know if I want to call it an experiment. It's not really an experiment. It was more of just a lapse in judgment, but I don't really think it was a failure in the way that it was data. It was kind of a way for me to get a perspective on what drinking really does to you and how quickly it can affect you in negative ways. I just didn't get that when I was drinking consistently because I was just always feeling bad. So I feel like now I don't romanticize alcohol the same way that I did before, in that time period between stopping drinking and then having that last little binge, because it really wasn't what I was expecting. Well, we're gonna run to the gym. Today is just some core with a little bit of cardio. I'm doing some active recovery. I don't know why, I just have a hard time sitting on the couch or staying still when I'm not in the gym anymore. I think once the gym gets its hooks in you, you kind of like, I don't know, it's almost replacing that addiction that alcohol held within me. And it's hard to make that transition at first, but now I don't know where I would be if I didn't have somewhere to put that addictive personality into. That's just me. Not everybody's going to feel that way. Not everybody has an addictive personality, but the gym definitely gives me an outlet, and I think that's important. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have made it to the gym. And I was thinking on the way over here, if I was shooting this video a month and a half or 2 months ago, it's 7:10 right now, I would be sitting on my couch having a couple beers. But today we're at the gym. It feels good. It's kind of encouraging to see that trade-off of Normally I'd be sitting on the couch consuming an enormous amount of calories right now, but right now we're about to go burn some, and it's kind of poetic in a way, or whatever they say. But I'm excited, and when I get back, I'm gonna wrap this up, and I'm gonna give you the biggest takeaway of this whole experience with going back to drinking for a night. So see you when I get back. And we're back. That was a good workout, nice little sauna session. But I still have one more thing that I gotta do that kind of helps me replace the whole alcohol routine from weeks past, I guess. I don't know about y'all, but if you're a drinker, there's usually like a spot that you stop at. Maybe it's on your way home from work, or on the weekends, somewhere by your house or something like that. There is the spot. For me, it's a gas station that's kind of outside my neighborhood, and every time that I would go home, I'd stop there, pick up beer, and then go home. So I didn't totally get rid of that habit, I just switched it a little bit. So now when I leave the gym, it's kind of like a whole ritual to drive from the gym to the gas station. I get a protein, those Fairlife protein shakes, and then drive home, listen to some nice easy music, and enjoy the evening. So I still kind of integrated that habit a little bit, but it's put towards something productive, something a little bit better for me. Yeah, I'm still spending money on it, and yeah, it's still, the protein shakes aren't cheap, but I mean, you can spend a lot of money on alcohol in one night. So I think it's a better alternative. Anyways, what I wanted to get across to you guys was that the main driver of this stopping alcohol, I get that some people have a really hard time with this, and it's not something that you can just stop on a dime half the time. Like, it's going to be something that's going to take help from somebody else if you really struggle with it. But if you're like me and you drink on the weekends, you drink with friends, or if you're like an after work drinker like I was, what really works for me is changing your identity from I am someone who drinks. Now I'm the one who says I don't drink, instead of I don't want to drink when somebody asks me, because it's harder to get somebody to drink who just doesn't drink than it is to, like, oh, this guy says he doesn't want to drink, I'm gonna get him to break. Now I'm the guy who goes to the gym 6 days a week. I'm the guy who weighs himself every morning. I'm the one who eats in my macros, hits my protein. No longer am I the one who lets drink slide, who goes out for fast food, the one who eats sweets and snacks, things like that. Once you have that mindset shift, it kind of becomes a little bit of an easier way to hold on when you don't have much motivation. When the motivation's gone and it's run out and you still need to make the right choice, it's all about what your identity has become now. And I think that's something that's helped me significantly. And yeah, so we're gonna go get our protein shake now and probably grab some groceries, start our meal prep. I'm gonna make a meal prep video on what we make, and hopefully you enjoy that. I'm not sure when I'll get around to it, but y'all drop some videos down in the comments, topics that you guys struggle with, something that you need, that you struggle with in your life that you're needing help with. Maybe it's your family, maybe it's drinking, or maybe it's food, or maybe it's pornography, maybe it's something along those lines. Drop it down there, let's talk about it. If you're struggling, reach out to me. I'd love to be a part of anybody's journey that needs help. And I'm not perfect. I'm not on here trying to be a teacher necessarily. I'm just documenting what I'm going through and bringing you guys along with me. So let's get it.